Hey guys, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes until some people come in here. So yeah, just kind of hanging out right now. I've got some jokes. Do you guys want to hear some jokes?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. What driver doesn't have a license? A screwdriver. Oh! Where's that other one about the engineer? That was funny. Oh, I just told the answer. What animal grows the fastest? A kangaroo, because it grows by leaps and bounds. Okay, if you're just logging in, I'm just killing time for like 2 minutes till people finish logging in. So yeah, you can say hi in the chat box to us and we can say hi. Or if you have a good joke, just put a good joke in the chat box for us. We'll share it with everyone. So looks like most of the people are here. Let's give it like 1 or 2 more minutes. And you guys want to hear another joke? I bet you do while you're waiting, because these are really good. This is the biggest riddle book in the whole world. And it says, let's find a good one. What kind of ant can count? An accountant. Man, I kill myself. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Let's get started. All right. So thanks for coming to our little webinar. Hopefully we'll be done in like a half hour at the most. So I'm going to interview each of the boys and ask them some questions. And then at the end of that time, I'm going to show a 7-minute video that kind of highlights their whole trip from boot camp all the way to the end. And then after that, or as that's going, you can put any questions that you've thought of during the time, you can put those into the chat box, and then after the video's over, the boys can answer those questions. And I mean, you can ask personal questions like, did you have chafing, things like that, or like how bad were the bug bites, like anything, because I know that there's some boys that are watching this tonight, Alex, Ryan, or Eli, Addie. I know you guys are watching this, so I know that you're gonna have some questions. Okay, all right, you guys can go. I'm gonna interview Big Mike. All right, are you ready? Make sure you talk nice and loud so they can hear you.
Okay.
All right, Michael, can you tell me something God taught you on your trip?
To do my devotions every day and not to be selfish.
Those are good things. All right, what was the most fun part of your trip?
Digging a ditch and filling it with cement.
Digging a ditch and filling it with cement. And so what did you have to dig the ditch for?
For a drain for the church.
Okay, and so was it, how come they needed a drain?
Because it could like flood the big marsh out there in the parking lot.
Oh, okay, so it rained a lot there and so they needed a drainage system. All right, and then what was the church like there? Was it small? Was it big?
It was big.
It was big, and how did you like it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Cool. And how did your relationship with God change while you were there?
A lot, because before I went to team missions, I only did it like 4 times a day.
Did what?
Did my devotions,
okay.
but there I did my devotions every day.
Oh, so you did it like once every 4 days before, and
yeah.
Then now you did it like every day.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Mikey. Stick around. Next up, we have Big Josh. Okay, I see Margaret's question. We will answer that in a few moments. Stay tuned. Okay, Josh, can you tell me something that you learned in Trinidad?
I learned to listen to my leaders because they told me not to wrestle with people, and I did, and then I got ringworm.
Ringworm, and it was bad, huh?
Yeah.
It was really bad. Did they almost not let you on the plane coming back? They almost didn't let him on the plane. All right. What was the hardest part about your trip?
The mosquitoes and sleeping in the tent.
Were the mosquitoes worse than the ringworm, or was the ringworm worse than the mosquitoes?
The ringworm.
Okay. All right. And what did you think about the church? How was it?
It was really good.
It was nice. And like, what was the worship like? Like, was it?
It was like Bayside.
So it was kind of contemporary. Yeah. They had drums and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is something that, or I guess, how did your relationship with God change?
Well, I didn't really read my Bible a lot at home, and at Trinidad in boot camp, I read my Bible every day, and that made me closer to God.
Cool. All right, and then is there anything weird that happened while you're there? Anything cool stories or anything?
Yeah, while we were digging, we found a mud eel in the mud. It was alive, but then it died because it was out of the water.
Oh, poor mud eel. Did you guys eat it?
No.
Oh. Okay. All right, thanks, Jay. Caleb's up. All right, Caleb. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. Can you tell me something you learned in Trinidad?
I learned how to trust him, like trust in God more.
And do you have an example of that?
Well, one day we were going to, from boot camp to Trinidad, our bags were lost, and so we had no food. And so, so we had no food, and the thing is that.
For how long did you have no food?
2 days.
2 days with no food.
And
this poor skinny child with no food for 2 days. And then what happened?
But for some reason, like, while we were waiting for our bags, like they said, everyone pull out your Bibles and just like read your Bible. And all of us just like weren't hungry for like 2 days straight, even though we were working for like 6 hours a day. We just like weren't hungry.
That's pretty cool. Can you guys hear Caleb okay? Is he loud enough? If you could just say yes or no in the chat box, that would help. Okay, what is something that God taught you while you were there in Trinidad?
He taught me to trust in him more.
Okay, and you said something else too on here.
Oh, it's not about me, it's about him.
Okay, and what was something like your most favorite thing that you did while you were there?
The VBS. It's Vacation Bible School, and I helped out with the 7 and 8-year-olds, and we did that for a week.
And like, were there a lot of kids?
Yeah, there were 75 to 100.
Wow, that's a lot of kids. Okay. And how did your relationship with God change?
Well, it's mostly just like trusting in him, because when I was at home, I didn't trust in him as much.
Okay. So you kind of had to lean on him more?
Yeah.
All right. And what was your least favorite food while you were there?
They had canned pre-cooked bacon.
Yum. That sounds delicious. What was your favorite food? I don't think I asked the other boys for what was your favorite.
They had shark there. And
Shark.
It was really good.
Okay, and then last question for you. Do you have a weird story or something cool or something weird that happened there?
Oh yeah, when we were in Trinidad, there was a lot of spiders there, so you would like wake up and there'd be spiders all over you and like slugs all over the wall.
Okay. Oh, Margaret says that she couldn't hear Caleb very well. Sorry. I hope that you guys were able to hear him. But he just said that there was lots of spiders everywhere, and he would wake up and there were spiders on him, and there's like slugs on the wall and stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a 7-minute video that is just a recap of their trip. So just stick around and we'll get to your questions right afterwards. So if you have more questions, just go ahead and type them in the chat box, and then we'll just go through them when we get done. Okay, so just give me 1 second to share my screen with you. 1 second here.
It's more than a feeling, more than the blessings, yeah. I want a new experience, strengthen my senses. Like a veteran now, I want to see mysteries. Draw me in closer, Lord.
Tell me what's going on right now.
So some of the immigration workers are stricter than others, and one of the less strict ones let a few of us pass.
Like 6 on this side, the rest of the team on the other side.
So we're waiting for the rest of them to come.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I like what you are. I want to have an encounter wherever I go. I want to be there. I want to see you in all your glory. Encounter. Visit me again. Father, visit me again. Let my life will change forever. Visit me again. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. What you do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way that we want, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way we talk, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Encounter.
What do you have there?
Chubby.
Is it good?
It's like, yeah.
Won't you give me a response? Yeah, I want to know all about you. Like a diligent seeker, I'm after your kingdom. Draw me in closer, Lord.
I'm about to take a shower, which you can actually control the temperature on.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a shower with actual running water.
Everybody say, I'm ready, 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 ready. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wherever you are, I want to have an encounter. Wherever I go, I want to meet you. I want to see you in all your glory. Encounter, encounter, encounter. Visit me again, again. Father, visit me again, again. Then my life will change forever. Visit me again, again. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. When you do all you do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way that we want, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way we keep talk, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Encounter, encounter. Wherever you are, I want to have an encounter. Wherever I go, I want to meet you. I want to see you in all your glory. Encounter, encounter, encounter. Visit me again, again. Father, visit me again, again. Then my life will change forever. Visit me again, again.
Yes, we sweating and make us stop. Everybody just jumping up. People and I raise it up. I say we from there. 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody else has studied the time. Everybody come in a line and say we move there. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I say we from there. Till morning from there. We waiting from there. Till morning, till morning. I say we from there. Till morning from there. We waiting from there. Till morning, till morning. I say we from there. Till morning from there. We waiting from there. Till morning, till morning. I say we from there. Till morning from there. We waiting from there. Till morning, till morning. We want to let up your mind and shake up yourself. Put up your hand and free up yourself when you come in a church. Stand at the chat, call out the name like a first in Belgium. But don't want to leave you, so the way you walk, you're not leaving your church. Never that, never that, never that. We not talk about the morning come. Cause when the stops the praise the Lord, we not stopping, no. Trinidad Christians, let me the brothers say we like to go. The way the worship's getting sweeter, sweeter. Yeah, yes, yes, the Holy Spirit taking over. Everybody say I love Jesus. Really agree. That's the thing, yes, I love Jesus. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I say we from till morning from we rising from till morning, till morning. I say we from till morning from we rising from till morning, till morning. I say we from till morning from we rising from till morning, till morning. I say we from till morning from we rising from till morning, till morning. We want you to touch your mind and Shake up yourself, put up your hand and free up yourself. When you come in, I just stand at attention. Call out your name like a first invention. Go on in here, so the way you walk, me not leave it here. Just cover that, just cover that, just cover that. We not coming over till morning come. That's when it comes to praise the Lord. We not stopping, yo. Trinidad to shut up in the brother, so we like to go. Go when the worship getting sweeter, sweeter. Yeah, yes, yes, the Holy Spirit taking over. Everybody say, I love Jesus. Start to sing, yes, I love Jesus. Let's go. I say we pop till morning comes. We waiting for till morning. I say we pop till morning comes. We waiting for till morning.
All right. So that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So we're going to get to some of your questions now. So Margaret, my mommy, asks, were you ever afraid? So why don't you guys each answer that? Were you guys ever afraid at any point?
Not really. Like, it was pretty safe there.
Yeah.
Did you guys get homesick?
Kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Rachel asks, are you glad that you went and would you go back?
Yes.
They all say yes. All right. And Margaret asks, are all of the kids from California or are they from other places? You want to answer that one?
There was two.
Really loud.
There's 2 kids from Maine. There was a couple from Colorado, and I think mostly everyone was from the East Coast.
Yeah, a lot of East Coast kids. I think there was one other one from California, but everyone else was from other places. And were they actually without food for 2 whole days? Yes, they were actually without food for 2 whole days. Although I hear they got a granola bar at some point in there.
Yeah, one of the moms had granola
One of the
bars.
moms had granola bars, I guess. And Mary asked, when Shanti wasn't there, how did you film it? Magic! No, it was actually one of their leaders. His name was Ben, and he's 19, and he put the whole video together, and he did a great job, I thought. So, and that, let's see, how bad were the bug bites?
Really bad. I had 137 at one point.
137, Caleb says he had at one point. How about you guys?
I don't really know.
You didn't count them?
My arms and face was covered with them.
He said his arms and face were covered in them.
It looked like he had chicken pox. Yeah, and everybody said, did you have chicken pox?
Everyone was asking if they had chicken pox. Okay, so we'll just stick around for just another minute or two to see if anyone has any more questions. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to share. You have anything you want to share? Boot camp? Yeah, Caleb wanted to talk about boot camp a little bit.
Basically at boot camp,
You have to yell.
when you first get there, you sleep in tents, and they purposely put holes in them.
Why? So the rain leaks in?
And then
That's mean.
you have to wash your dishes. Basically they have 3 tubs. One's water, one's soap, and one is sanitized. So they just get shower water and they just put it out there. But all the kids at boot camp, I think there was like 100, have to use that one pail. So you just like put it in there and then you scrub
That's
it.
some nice sanitized water right there. Did you guys get sick at all?
No. I got sick once.
Like
I
stomach?
got
threw up
sick
once.
when I came home.
Yeah, Josh did get sick.
Like 2
Josh, like,
weeks
his
after
whole
I-
body just like went into like, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, revolt when he came home.
I threw
No,
up
it was like
once.
2 weeks after I came home. I got
Yeah.
a cough.
And Caleb said he threw up once after he was forced to eat, what was it?
Bacon.
Oh yeah, the bacon. He threw up after the bacon. All right. Sonia and Fam says, what is the funniest thing that happened? Is there anything funny?
There's some like little things, but not like big. How about you, Josh? I don't know.
It apparently wasn't funny at all. I think it was sad and hard. I don't know. They don't have a funny thing. I don't know if you heard, Sony, if you were on here or not, but they talked a little bit about the spiders and the mud eel that they saw and stuff. So that's not really funny, but yeah. No funny stuff, huh?
Those experiences.
You guys didn't play any pranks on each other or anything?
You weren't allowed to.
Oh, no pranks.
This is like
Get
one of the
busted.
rules.
Practical joke.
Oh yeah. The huge wall of all the rules. It's one of the rules, no clapping.
It is kind of funny that Josh was told not to wrestle and then he did and he got ringworm though. Okay, Mary says, did it make you appreciate what you have and where you live more?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys miss the most?
Our beds and ice.
Beds and ice, they say. What about you?
Probably ice and sleeping in beds.
And regular food.
Regular food. They probably miss their mom's cooking the most, like out of everything. I think that's probably what they miss the most. All right, Sonia says, what can we do to help the people in Trinidad? Is there anything that like they can do to help?
Well, it's mostly the church there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they need projects done.
Mm-hmm.
So like
And
if
they're
you're
also
just
You can go to Trinidad and help the church.
They're
Or do
also
you-
building another house.
or you can
right
just
next to
donate.
Or you can donate. There's a church that they partner with that they work with there. So Mary says, did the boys have to detox when they got home? Yeah. Yeah, I had them on a pretty strict diet for a couple weeks after. Yeah, they didn't drink water while they were there. They drank like Coke every day. I mean, they drank water, but they drank Coke like with all your meals or?
Yeah, well, not only for dinner.
Oh, just with
But
dinner every
They
day.
don't drink Coke a lot. They drink
It like
Coke a lot.
hurt me just to hear that. It hurt my heart. All right, what about making friends and staying in contact with fellow boot campers? So,
They give you the last day of like the trip the trip, and they let you like just go around and like give each other emails and like stuff.
so Caleb's been keeping in contact with some of them over Facebook and email, and he's been chatting over Google Chat with one of his teammates. So yeah, it's kind of nice that nowadays they get to keep in touch and it's not too hard. Did you miss your sisters?
It depends.
Yeah.
You did?
Sometimes.
Sometimes they missed them. Probably when they wanted someone to boss around, they missed them. All right. What else? Do you guys have anything else you want to say? What?
For one of the holidays there, we had to have like soup, like oatmeal with like noodles for one of the holidays.
Yeah, they had
was-
oatmeal with noodles.
Yeah.
They got to
yeah,
have
it had
oatmeal with
raisins.
noodles and raisins in it. I bet they won't complain about my oatmeal now. Go
And
ahead.
it had, like,
Yeah.
Two
Oh, pudding.
girls in church went down and puked from it.
Two girls went down and puked. All right. Mary says, can you stay in contact with the locals now that you're back in the U.S.?
Yeah. Everyone there has Facebook. It's like everybody does. Like I know.
Yeah, and they use what's the name of that app that they use?
WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, they have an app called WhatsApp, and it's like a free, like they don't have to have like a cell service in order to chat. So
Like 5-year-olds have Facebook and everything. Yeah.
5-year-olds have Facebook.
Almost every 5-year-old there has a phone and stuff.
Interesting.
It's all poor, and then they all have phones.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's something we found in India too. Like it was, devastatingly poor, but they would have like a satellite dish on their roof. It was very weird. So was it like that there? Like people were really poor, but they had phones.
They had huge houses too.
Mary says, is there anything they didn't do there that they wish they had? So is there anything that you wish you could have done while you were there? Oh, Mikey has something.
That we could help build the house.
Oh, they wanted to help build a house while they were there, but they didn't get to that.
Also the wall.
Oh yeah, and originally they were going there to build a wall, but they ended up having to dig 100-foot ditch instead. But that was still a joy, right? It was still a joy. And you know what the great thing is since we live out in the country, we need trenches dug like all the time. And so now they're like pros at digging trenches.
They gave us classes for like bricklaying because that's what we're going to be doing. And so like we took like 7 bricklaying classes and like 1 digging class. So we got there and we like didn't know how to do it as well. They told us to.
All right. Would you like to go on vacation there?
Some places are like good to go on vacation, but like half of the Trinidad is like all the Caribbean stuff, and the other half is like all poor and.
Yeah. So there are some nice areas that would be nice to go.
Yeah.
Is the water warm?
Yeah.
Cool. Mary, you're asking some great questions. Good job interacting. Anyone else have any questions? You have any good jokes you want to tell? Okay.
I don't have any.
All right. We'll just wait like 30 more seconds just to make sure there's no more questions, and then we'll be done. Let's just see here. All right. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in to our little webinar and listening to the boys and everyone who supported them. Thank you. Can you guys say thanks to everyone?
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you guys around. Oh, one more question. Do you want to help Papa with his new house?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good at digging trenches. So like if you need footings dug, I'm sure they could do that. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks.